as I've been here all 3 years, this seems like we've done this 6 or 7 years. This is a good event. And the crowd gets bigger every year, and people are excited about Jack, and excited about Lori's race, and excited about Benny's race. And this is going to be this is a year when we're really going to change the country. And we change it by winning local races with Lori and Jack. We change it by winning federal races like Betty in my race. We change it by winning state races like Ted Strickland and Jennifer Bruner. And it really is going to send a message loud and clear across the country. I want to say something about well, we talk about a couple of things. First of all, this is going to be a race where you're going to see is Joyce Trimler does this website stuff. It's been really good, talking about the distinction between what they stand for and what we stand for. And this is going to, if you look at, some people look at politics as sort of a left to right continuum from liberal, conservative, across, and and so they put Mike DeWine right here, and they say, well, I just need to be a little better than Mike DeWine to win this race. And we're not going to run a race like that. We're going to make a very sharp contrast between what he's done and what we're going to do, and my record in the past and his record in the past. And you look at whether it's whether it's he voted for the Medicare bill that the drug companies wrote, and I voted. He's voted consistently most of his career until his election year conversion against the minimum wage. I've supported the minimum wage. He voted for the Iraq War and has not made President Bush or the civilians at the Pentagon and in the White House accountable on anything, including body armor. I voted against the Iraq War, and it just hammered on the military. Colin Powell, Administrator Brenner, and Condoleezza Rice, with how poorly they've taken care of the troops, from body armor to when they come home in veterans hospitals and VA clinics and all of that. And that's how we're going to win this race, because people in the state feel a real sense of betrayal. They see a government where people like Mike DeWine have taken $250,000 from the drug companies and then vote for this Medicare bill, and we end up with higher drug prices. They've taken $300,000 from the oil and gas industry, and they vote for an energy bill written by the oil industry. And surprise, we have devastatingly high home heating prices. Thank God it wasn't a cold winter, and higher gas prices. And that is, in the end, what this election is going to be about. So I want to ask you, in addition to all that you're doing, and I know how hard Dean and Karen have worked for me, and I hesitate to mention names because you've all been so nice, but I wanted to mention David and Gloria, who have really gone to bat this year even more than the chair, Pam, and so many of you have been so kind to me for so many years. But in addition to all that you're doing that, I want to ask you to do one other thing, and that is, I want you each to find 5 people who are, maybe they're recovering Republicans, maybe they're just undecided, maybe they aren't registered to vote, maybe they're first-time voters. Find 5 people that are sitting on the fence and work on them. Send them an email, drop them a line, call them on the phone, bring them to a meeting or a picnic like this, go visit their homes, whatever you need to do. Basically adopt 5 people and convince them to vote for Sutton and for Lori and for Jack and for Ted and for the whole thing, for me and for the whole ticket. And just take 5 people and work with them. And I want to tell you a true story to illustrate it's not as hard as you think sometimes to find those 5 people. This is an absolutely true story. Connie, my wife, who wished she could be here today, she's covering this other event for us on the east side of Cleveland. Connie was walking out of where she was working out near our house in Avon. And she starts to go towards her car, and she realizes, as she gets close to the car, there's a guy starting to get in it. She realizes it's this identical car to hers. So she kind of apologized, and she'd walk towards the guy and say, well, my car's over there, to show she wasn't like stalking him, I guess. But she points this to her car, and the guy looks at my bumper sticker, and he looks at her and he said, I'd rather be dead than have that bumper sticker in my car. Connie said, really? He said, yeah. He said, lady, it's not too late. You take that bumper sticker off your car, you save yourself a lot of embarrassment. It's not too late. And she said, well, really, sir, it is. He said, what do you mean it's too late? She said, well, I married the guy. This guy, his face, just the blood. That's really true. This is exactly the way it happened. The blood kind of drops off his face. And he said, you're Connie Schultz? And she said, yeah. He said, I am such a jerk. So you could have been so nasty to me. And she said, I understand there's a few people around that disagree with my husband too. And he said, well, I guess I'm such a jerk and you were so nice to me, I guess I got to work for your husband. And she said, yeah, I guess you do. He said, that's probably not enough, right? I said, well, and he said, what else you want me to do? And I'm Mrs. Beach, she said, find 5 people. The whole thing about finding men. They went back and forth, talked a while, joked back and forth. At the end, honest to God, he said, Ms. Schultz, because you were nice to me, I'm going to vote for your husband. I'm going to find 5 people. So, sometimes the harder you work, the luckier you get, as they say. But if you do what I know you'll do, if you work as hard as you have, and some people have come up to me in the southern part of the county and said, I haven't represented for 4 years. This is the chance. I get to represent all of you in the county again. But if you do all that I know you'll do, and you each find 5 people, that I can guarantee on November 8th across the headlines across the country, from the New York Times to the LA Times, from the Minneapolis Star Tribune to the Medina Gazette to the Miami Herald, there's going to be 2 headlines. The one headline is going to say Democrats win House and Senate, and the other headline is going to say Ohio turns blue.